Here in this question you can see the data, that is the frequency or the quantitative data is little larger. You can see 450, 500, 300, 360, 450. Then in this case, are you going to start with lower values? No. You will take the scale on y-axis as 0 to 100 as in 1 unit. Right? One box you will consider as 100 marks. Then it becomes easy. And how many boxes will be required? Maximum here it is 540. So we'll go for nearest estimated round figure, that is 600. So 600 divided by 100 gives you 6. 6 boxes will be enough to represent these marks obtained by the students. So this is how you can do the scaling on y-axis, and this is how you can represent it on the graph paper. Y-axis scale 1 unit is equal to 100 marks. Is that clear? Then the next type of graph, bar graph, that is double bar graph. When you are representing data of 2 persons, 2 months, 2 things, then you require double bar graph like this. Qualitative, here you can see it's a joint table showing you average hours of sunshine in Aberdeen and in Margate. 2 places, 2 cities, average sunshine, average hours of sunshine is taken. So one in Margate and the other one in Aberdeen. Yeah? And this you have to represent in one graph itself. So you will use double bar graph. It's not that difficult. You can see as simple as the previous one. Only thing is that on x-axis you have to take 2 cities, right? January, February months name you have taken, and on y-axis hours of students taken. But for the month of January, for the months, instead of 1 bar you will be taking 2 bars, and you will also specify it, the shade which you are going to do. 1 bar represents Aberdeen, the other one Margate, and you have to be very careful while shading the bars or drawing the bars for the respective cities. Okay, January, Margate 2 hours, and for Aberdeen it's 1.5. So you can see how it has been taken 2 hours, and the shaded one which shows sunshine hours for Aberdeen, it's 1.5. एक उसके बाद 1.5, 1.5 means 1.5, एक और 2 के बीच, it's marked. The bar is going to be thinner in comparison to the thicker ones in single bar graph. Okay, so इसी तरह से सारे graph is being taken, is drawn on the graph paper. This is how you have to do. You have to mention, you have to label x-axis, y-axis. You have to specify both the bars, and on y-axis what you have taken has to be written over here towards the right hand side corner of the page. Clear to you? So we don't go or waste time, and now we will start with exercise 3.3. Here you have 5 to 6 questions where you have to draw either only the bar graph, represent the data given in the tabulated form on graph paper, or you have to answer the questions after representing the table in graphical form or bar graph form. Okay, so let's begin. Exercise 3.3, question number 1 and 2. These are the two questions where graphs are given to you. Figure 3.3 represents question 1 and figure 3.4 represents question number 2, where from the graph you have to answer the questions given. Let's begin. Question number 1. Use the bar graph figure 3.3 to answer the following questions. Here is the graph where x-axis talks about the names of pet animals and y-axis gives number of students who own these pet animals. Pets owned by students of class 7. This is the heading. From the heading you can come to know what information this graph gives you. Okay, first question, which is the most popular pet? From the graph you can see the tallest bar is cat. So cat is the most popular pet. How many students have dog as a pet? Let's see dogs, and you can see 8 students. So answer of the B question is 8 students have dog as a pet. The first answer is cats and second is 8 students. Is that clear? Hope you have understood. I am not drawing the graph and writing the questions in the notebook. So in PDF also you will not see these questions, question 1 and 2. You have to write it from this video itself. That is, you have to do it on your own in your classwork notebook. Here question number 2. This is the graph representing number of books, I think, published in the given years. Let's see, is it published or sold? It is sold. Read the bar graph which shows the number of books sold by book store during 5 consecutive years and answer the following questions. Okay, consecutive years given to you right from 1989 to 1993. 5 years consecutively the bookstore sells books. And let's see our first question about how many books were sold in 1989, 1990 and 1992. Let's take 1989. It is somewhat 180. If you divide this unit into 9 equal parts or 10 equal parts, that is 9 lines in between 100 and 200 and 10 equal parts from 100 to 200, then it's somewhat 180. Then 1990 में ये होगा अगेन 480. ओके, फिर आप जाओ 1992 में. 1992 का देखिए तो it is more than 200. It must be somewhat. If you draw this on graph paper, then exactly we can answer it. But first you have to divide this unit into 10 equal parts. Then the answer becomes easy for you to answer it with the help of scale. It will be somewhat 220 books. Now, in which year were about 475 books sold and about 225 books sold? So let's see this one. Which year? 1990. 475. That is somewhat near 80 और 90 के बीच में है, इसलिए 475 रफली अगर आप देखो तो यही है कॉलम जो 400 और 500 के अंदर आता है. सो ये है 1990. सो वी टेक 1990 is the year where 475 books were sold and 225, तो 200 और यहाँ 225, तो 200 और 300 के अंदर जो अगर देखें तो 1991 और 1992 है, लेकिन 1992 ज़्यादा करीब है 200 से, 225 के 5 से, सो ये लेते हैं 225। जो मैंने बोला था 1992 में मैंने 220 कहा था, लेकिन ये है 225। सो 1992 में 225 बुक्स सेल हुआ था, सो फॉर 225 यू विल राइट 1992 as the answer, or for 475 you will write 1990. Okay, let's move on to the third question. In which year were fewer than 250 books? So कौन से साल में 250 से कम बुक्स सेल हुए हैं? So you can think of this number 1992 and 1989. Okay, 1989 और 1992 में books were sold fewer than 250. Okay, less than 250 books were sold in 2 years, that is 1989 and 1992. Can you explain how you would estimate the number of books sold in 1989? 1989 में कितने बुक्स सेल हुए, आप कैसे एस्टिमेट लगा सकते हो? तो मैंने एज आई टोल्ड यू, टेक इक्वल पार्ट्स ऑफ दिस यूनिट, 100 and 200 के बीच it's a gap of 100, so divided by, if you have 10 lines then divided by 10, and you will find that each line which you have taken between 100 and 200 will have the value of 1 book, sorry 10 books. Is that clear? So this will be after 100, first line will be 110, then second line will represent 120, like that it will go on 180, 90 and 200. That is how we are going to estimate the number of books sold in 1989.